So you want to trade stocks. Let's see if you make a good fit. Today we're going to be going over 5 characteristics that make you a good day trader. If you already have these characteristics, then that's great. If not, the good news is these characteristics can always be built up over time. The top 5 characteristics we're going to go through today: discipline, emotional stability, the ability to adapt, resilience, and financial stability. Discipline has to be the number one thing that you look for when you're looking for somebody who's a good fit to be a day trader. Discipline is what keeps you following your stop losses, following your plans, and following your rules. Now, how do you know if you're disciplined? Let's look at your outside life. Do you have a disciplined routine that you stick to every day? Waking up at the same time, going to the gym, making sure you're eating healthy. All of these things derive from discipline. To summarize that, discipline is basically just doing the things that you know you need to do, even if you don't want to. Because trust me, I don't always want to go to the gym, but I do. I don't always want to stick to my stop losses, but I know I have to in order to stay profitable. Moving on to resilience. Resilience, you have to be able to bounce back from losing trades. You can't just give up after the first time you take a red trade, because you're probably going to give up on your first trade. Now, I know everybody goes through tough times, but how is it that you bounce back from these tough times? Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you couldn't afford rent. What are you going to do? You have to adapt to these things and build yourself back up. If you're the type of person that gives up the first time you see something difficult, then you might not be a good fit for trading. The next thing we're going to get into is the ability to adapt. Now, there's all sorts of different market conditions out there, and they're going to happen randomly. Sometimes the market's a lot easier than others, but are you able to adapt to that? A lot of people came in 2020 in the big bull market during COVID and all of this stuff, and they made a ton of money. But where were they the next year? They were all gone. This is because they did not have the ability to adapt to the markets. Any trader that's been around for more than 3, 4, 5 years, even 1 year, most likely has the ability to adapt. I don't know any traders that are still sticking around that have not been through all conditions of the market. Whether it's sideways, whether it's bullish, whether it's bearish, it doesn't matter to them because they can adapt to each and every single type of market. If you can only do one thing and you're good at that one thing, but you can't change to do anything else at all, maybe you're not a good fit for trading. The way that you can fix this is by putting yourself in new situations, going out there, maybe getting kicked in the face a couple times, and seeing how you can adapt to that and bring yourself to fit into these types of situations. Next, we have emotional stability. The reason why emotional stability is so important is because emotions can't take over your trading. This has to do with discipline as well. If you let your emotions take over what you're doing because you're basing your trades off of how you feel versus what you know you need to be doing, you're destined to fail. Now, a good test to see, do you have good emotional stability? If something bad happens, what are you going to do? Are you going to go home and cry? Are you going to go home and pout? Are you going to lock yourself in a room and not talk to anybody? What are you going to do? If your answer was figure out ways to fix that problem, then that's perfect and you are already set to being a great trader. Now, if your answer was all of those, then you may want to look at building up your emotional stability a little bit. Ways that I would recommend doing this, I would definitely recommend going to the gym, bring your confidence up, sticking to a solid routine, and make your day as seamless as it possibly can be, to where the only things you have to focus on are actually important tasks, as opposed to, what am I going to wear today? Or what am I going to eat for lunch? What am I going to eat for supper? Your mind is all over the place. You're not thinking about the things that you need to be focused on when it comes to trading, which is follow my plans, don't draw away from the plans, don't base my trades off of emotion. And then the last and one of the most important is financial stability, especially for new traders. I see all the time people message me and say, hey, I want to trade full time. Okay, have you ever done it before? Nope. Okay, well, you're going to have some sort of finances behind you in order to accelerate your trading career. If you are full-time trading as a complete beginner, this is basically setting you up for failure, because all of these other points that we talked about are going to go straight out the window whenever you have bills to pay and you realize, oh wow, I haven't made any money. This is going to bring you to a situation where you're not going to be disciplined, you're not going to follow your stop losses, because you need this big, huge trade in order to make money, in order to pay your bills. So what I always recommend for new traders is have another job. Now, don't think I'm just making this up out of nowhere, because when I was starting trading, I had 2 different jobs and I worked for 3 years until I knew for a fact I was profitable enough to do this full time and not have to worry about anything. Now, hopefully this helped you guys figure out if you're a good fit for trading. If all of these things are already easy for you, then that's a great base to start your trading off of. If you need to work on a couple of these things, then I would recommend go work on the things, come back, obviously learn the technicals behind trading, but you have to have these characteristics in order to actually succeed. Thank you guys for watching. If this helped you out, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications so you don't miss the free live charting sessions on Wednesday nights. And we'll see you on the next video. Peace.